I'm supposed to be asleep right now. My daughter's supposed to be asleep right now. I just finished explaining to her why I'm probably not going to be able to sleep tonight. And she just thinks it's the funniest thing in the world. She is cackling, giggling. I had to end my stream. I didn't have to, but I made a choice so her and I could spend more time together tonight. And granted, she was playing Mario Kart, but I still had the chamber up, but I had it muted, and I did my best to keep quiet out of respect because she said, "Daddy, I need to focus." And you too loud. I get that. I get all that. When it happened, I am like pantomiming all through the living room, and I am squealing as much as I can without messing up her concentration. All she said was, "Is that the Rock?" And I said, "Yes, it is." I there was no way to fully explain what to her what happened. Keep in mind, I was 8 when Bash of the Beach '96 happened. That was a month before my birthday, month and 4 days. Uh, March 1st, 2025 is to this generation of youngsters that have grown up with John Cena. It will be what July 7th, 1996 was to my generation when Hulk Hogan revealed himself as the third man in the New World Order was founded. I am buzzing right now. I'm going to be buzzing all night. Probably in the morning when I go to church. This is why you never say never in wrestling. Tonight is exactly why. But it makes total sense. And I called it the night of the Royal Rumble press show, where John Cena said something that he normally would not say. I just realized my lighting is still. I need an extra light bulb. Sad Hood movie. He said something that was not in character, if you will. It was outside of his moral code, and he said, "Me being world champion for the 17th time is best for business." Have you ever heard John Cena say "best for business," referring to himself? That was red flag number one. Number two, he entered himself into the chamber where everybody who was in it earned their way in. And Michael Cole was parading that, hey, after all this time, he's kind of earned that. That's a red flag, though. And also consider this is his last year. He is desperate. Some folks might say he's even washed. He's old. This was his only way, in his mind, to ensure that he was going to become the WWE champion and break Ric Flair's record. This is a new take on Austin selling his soul to McMahon at 17. Whenever he said, "I need to beat you, Rock," and keep Stone Cold in mind for what I'm going to say here in a little bit. He said, "I need to beat you more than anything you could ever imagine." And he went as far as selling his soul to Vince. We know how that turned out. It wasn't good for business. Triple H tonight did what Vince McMahon didn't have the balls to do in 2012. He turned John Cena heel. The immortal, well, not immortal, but the fabled John Cena heel turn, as real as the Loch Ness Monster. There's a lot of folks who didn't even believe it could happen. Well, it did, and I didn't hear it. But I'll tell you what I heard without hearing anything. I heard what Cody Rhodes said. He told The Rock, "Go fuck yourself." And he said it with his whole chest. I'm like, you know what? There you go, Cody Raheem Rhodes. I know that's not his real name, but in the black community, we call him Raheem. Listen, I didn't hear it, but lip reading was strong right there. And I'm freaking out like, there you go. Talk your shit. But then I'm like, Oh no! The dude walked into his own red wedding, and John Cena tonight. You could call him Littlefinger. I told you not to trust me. Crowd knew before Cody did. It probably put his face up on the screen. Put Cena's face up. He didn't use brass knuckles on dude. He hit him with the gold watch that Dusty gifted The Rock. That was Dusty's gold watch. Also, what the hell is Travis Scott out there trying to get in shots like he was Dennis Rodman in the NWO, bro? You ain't no Rodzilla. But Rock did this right here, and Cena was like, you know what? I'm about to educate these kids on some thugonomics. Well, if my Alexa was working right now, whew, man, I could use a little something to smoke after that, man. This is a generational heel turn. We're gonna see what the long term effects of this are. You know, because Bash of the Beach '96 was a legitimate paradigm shift in the history of the business, and without that, we're not where we are right now. Let's keep that a buck. So let's see what the long-term effects of this are. But now look at all the potential matchups we could have. And we don't know where this thing's going. You know, people are getting really impatient about Triple H is kind of hot dogging on the road to WrestleMania. It's kind of slow. This man likes to simmer till it's time to turn the heat up. Triple H treats his booking like he's making a pot roast with vegetables in a crock pot. Takes time. Not everything's going to be scorching hot. And you don't want to hot shot everything. Otherwise, you get 1999 Vince Russo booking in the WWF. Or you just get Vince Russo booking in general. So we don't want to do that. That's why you built up to Cody's his response and he drops the F-bomb over Baghdad. That's why you take your time and you get to what John did tonight. Also on a side note, that was so cold. His post show, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. He comes in there, doesn't say a word, just picks up the microphone, drops it, walks out. I'm like, oh yeah, we about to eat. We about to eat real good. Boy, we are about to eat. Now, for Cody's sake, he may need to make a phone call. There is somebody who couldn't make it to last year's WrestleMania that happens to live in Nevada, and WrestleMania is in Las Vegas this year. And I'll just say this, it's time to shatter glass in case of emergency. So, Cody Raheem, you know what to do. I know you all messed up tonight, but you got this. The Chamber from it start to finish was a blast. If you checked out my stream for however long I was on, thank you very much, by the way. And like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. Help grow this thing, man. And a big shout out to an old classmate of mine, Tyler, for subscribing tonight. Thank you very much, sir. If you could say there was a, quote, weak point, like the, quote, worst match, which there were no bad matches. It was the tag with Tiffy and Trish versus Candice and Nia, which a shout out to those ladies, did their thing. Trish is timeless. Tiffy's is nothing but gray, and Nia and Candice were very good tonight too. But ain't nobody gonna be talking about nothing other than what happened with Cena tonight. And the thing is, I said it was gonna be hard to top what KO and Sammy did. That match was a complete crash out. And then Randy Orton makes that long-awaited return. He's about to punt KO, and clearly you could tell by him being held back, they're going to save that up for WrestleMania. So why don't you keep that finisher stored, bro? But whenever it's time, you tap L1. I said it was going to be really hard to top what those guys did. Well, they did. Damn. Like, my stomach's still in knots. But this is what we live for as wrestling fans. So again, major shout out to everybody tonight. This was phenomenal. I'm just going straight off the grip here. It's past my bedtime, but this is one of them nights that I ain't gonna be able to sleep. I'll tell you that. If I do, I'm thankful. If not, I'll just crash out tomorrow. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up and go see what else everybody is talking about on the interwebs and go look at some memes and all that stuff. But it happened, and you know what's crazy? I saw a video before the chamber. John Cena was granting wishes to Make-A-Wish children. Now that's just diabolical. Dog, that's diabolical. So we don't know what the next step is. Scene's gonna have different music. Maybe they still have that heel theme he had cooked up in 2012 that they never used, and that gear that he said that he had ready to go, and they had a Titantron for him and everything. Boy, this is gonna be a ride. This is gonna be a ride, and we will see what Monday Night Raw's got in store. But one last thing. Where does all of this leave the OTC? Punk still has a favor. He didn't win. He got screwed. He didn't tap out. Roman Reigns said he had some business to handle. Haven't seen it yet. Business to handle with who? Because he already squashed it with Solo. Is there anything with The Rock? Is there an issue here with Cena? I mean, honestly, that's out of all of this what I'm most curious about. And the Cena turn is obviously S tier, but I think slightly above that because Roman Reigns is now an unknown in all of this. I mean, what do you square him off with Seth? Maybe him, Seth, and Punk? Ooh, I don't know, y'all, but there's probably a lot of kids going to bed crying tonight. That's what pro wrestling can do. God bless professional wrestling. Anyway, y'all, I'm out. I need to eat. Hugs and hand pounds. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. And I might need a cigarette after that. Peace.